1. What kinds of things make you laugh? Answer: people tend to laugh for different reasons under different circumstances. However, when it comes to me, funny conversations with friends, families, a good humor, joke, funny stories, funny movies, and funny acts, facial expressions would make me laugh anytime and anywhere. 2. Do you like making other people laugh? Why not? Answer: even though I like to laugh at every opportunity, I don't necessarily like to make other people laugh, mainly because of the fear that it would offend someone, or they just might not be in a mood for a good laugh because of the negative circumstances in their lives. 3. Do you think it's important for people to laugh? Why not? Answer: yes, I think that it is absolutely important for people to laugh, no matter what the circumstances are, primarily because the laughter seems to bring a positive vibe in one's life, and it helps create friendly relations among people by bringing them closer to one another, especially when time is just not too kind on us. 4. Is laughing the same as feeling happy, do you think? Why not? Answer: no, laughing is not necessarily the same as feeling happy, because happiness is a feeling at our hearts, which may not be visible always, while laughter is an expression. People can laugh without feeling happy at all, just to go with the flow of the time and situation around them. Speaking Part 2, Questions and Answers Part 2, Cue card. Describe an idea you had for improving something at work or college. You should say when and where you had your idea, what your idea was, who you told about your idea, and explain why you thought your idea would make an improvement. Model answer: this is absolutely a great topic to talk about. Before I start my talk, I would like to thank you for the opportunity you have given me to speak about an idea I had to improve something at my college or office. I have been working as a business relation manager in a large multinational company for the last couple of years. But I will never forget the days when I worked as a call center agent during my college years. This was my first job and I had learned quite a lot from it. As a student, I took the job to support my finances as well as to gain some practical experiences. Within a few weeks of my joining, I felt that there was a serious problem in the office despite a great working environment. I did realize that employees were working really hard, but the management was not happy about their performance as they expected continual progress. I had been working sincerely and vigorously too, and when I learned that the higher management is really disappointed with our performance, it deteriorated my spirit. I was thinking really hard for a solution, as I knew that it will worsen the situation if it continues and I won't be able to work there anymore. After a day or two, I was talking to our manager and then an idea popped in my head. I realized that we did not have any direct communication with the higher authority in the office and they were getting all the updates from their managers only. I thought that must have been creating some confusions and miscommunication. I shared my idea with my team lead and manager, and they also agreed that we should talk to the higher management more often and have one of them among us during the office time so that they could realize how sincerely their employees were working. Initially, I was not sure if this would eliminate the gaps between us, employees, and them, the management, but when I, along with my manager, talked to one of them, I was absolutely convinced that it would work. In fact, when we had been given the opportunity to meet someone from the higher authority once in a week and one of them started spending more time with us during the office hours, the dissatisfaction and misunderstanding were mostly gone and we had been better rewarded for our hard work later on. I learned an important lesson from that event: never be shy to share an idea with your colleagues if you are convinced that it would make a difference. Speaking Part 3, Questions and Answers Part 3, Two-way discussion. Discussion topics, ideas in education. 1. Some people think that education should be about memorizing the important ideas of the past. Do you agree or disagree? Why? Answer: no, I don't agree with the proposition that education should be about memorizing the important ideas of the past, because the world is changing every minute, and so are we, the humans, with it. Therefore, the things, which we may have learned and discovered or invented in the past, just might not prove out to be enough to deal with the crisis and situations during the present time as well as in the future. Besides, it is very much ingrained into the characteristics of us, humans, to keep learning and discovering new things as time progresses, even if there is seemingly no need for them. 2. Should education encourage students to have their own new ideas? Why? Answer: yes, the educational system should encourage students to have their own new ideas, as the practice helps the students to come up with the new solutions and new discoveries for the purpose of making this world a better place for living. Besides, students are our future generation of leaders. So, without the liberty to have their own new ideas, The students would never really be confident enough to share and exchange their views freely on important issues, which are affecting this world, with the people in charge in order to bring the necessary and positive changes. 3. How do you think teachers could help students to develop and share their own ideas? Answer: teachers can help students to develop and share their own ideas by challenging them to come up with new and better solutions to the existing problems and problems in foreseeable future, not only in the classrooms but also outside of the classes. Teachers may also equip themselves with new ideas and opinions and then share those with their students in order to encourage them to develop their own ideas and share them with each other. Besides, students are generally curious about new things, and it is incumbent upon the teachers to channel the students' curiosities in the right directions in order to connect them with their thoughts on a more practical level. Discussion topics: Ideas in the workplace. 1. Should employers encourage their workers to have new ideas about improving the company? Why? Answer: yes, employers should always encourage their workers to have new ideas about improving their companies, mainly because each and every employee, with new ideas, is a potential stakeholder of those companies, and when a company does well, the workers do the same as well. Besides, allowing the employees to come up with new ideas make them feel empowered, and the more empowered the employees feel, the better usually they perform by becoming more productive and responsible. Having new ideas and sharing them with each other in a company generally ensures a better working relationship also among all levels of workers. 2. Do you think people sometimes dislike ideas just because they are new? Why? Answer: yes, I do think that people sometimes dislike new ideas mainly because we, in general, are always a bit skeptical, if not afraid, about the unknown. And that's exactly why we don't like the darkness at night, nor do we like to get close to an animal which is completely new to us. Besides, it usually takes extra efforts and time to learn new things, by completely giving up the old habits and old ways of doing things, and people aren't exactly always ready for such troubles unless, of course, they are offered a very certain and favorable picture of the possible outcomes as a result of adopting the new ideas. 3. What is more difficult, having new ideas or putting them into practice? Which is more important for a successful company? Answer: I would say that putting new ideas into practice is more important for a successful company than actually having them in the first place. Of course, it all depends on how radical the ideas really are, and how difficult or easy they really prove out to be when put into practice. But, generally speaking, the workers are always reluctant to learn new ways of doing things by giving up the advantages of trying the old and trusted methods of doing things, no matter how inefficient they may be, unless of course they are offered some additional incentives for trying the new ideas and methods.